Well, good evening. I'm Robert Wilson, Cowboy Wisdom Podcast. Tonight, we're presenting 7 ways why my impeccable lingo poetically colors my inner landscape. I'm awakened and aware of my immaculate mystical prowess, entertains, canny, clairvoyant, adventurous, bravado, liberates, enterprising, legendary, intuition, neons, gumptuous, omnific, trailblazer bravado to design and color my lush leisure lifestyle. Liberating internal forthright energy, streaming trendsetter, yazzajazzing leadership. Energizes my emancipating gumption to understand and esteem as I ask myself why my impeccable lingo colors my world with health, wealth, success, fun, with forthright foresight and straightforward, individualized inquiries. The question I ask myself guides my revelations and actions towards my moneyed up accomplished outcomes by engaging me in innovative inquiries in here. See, we're always trying to investigate the outside world, but the outside world really has very little to do with us when we're really, everything comes from in here. Something I really expanded into, you do the Lewis and Clark expedition within you, you will be able to paint your Western landscape with your dreams and desired lifestyle. Because I was able to identify opulent opportunities for autonomous expansion, experiencing optimistic outcomes, crafting wise choices, energizes my free-flowing energy, enjoying financial prosperity and individualized stunning success. This is intentional and reflective experiences open my intuitive, innovative, moneyed up lifestyle. See, I stopped looking for a life to experience a lifestyle that liberates internal fervor energy every day, streaming, trend-setting yazzajazzing, loving every day, embellishing my enjoyable lifestyle. As I unleash my free-flowing, energized communication skills, thrills me energetically, expressing impeccable lingo awakens my audaciously adventurous ardor to soar with an inner and outer dialogue that fosters a free-flowing empowerment and a unlimited, ubiquitous possibilities, potential. It just takes off your own limitations. This enterprising and respectful communication enhances my confidence, crafts strong, listening, communicative relationships, and attracts and manifests my money-making opportunities by consistently expressing to myself and others with clarity and innovation. I cultivate an environment where health, wealth, success, fun are alive and thriving in today. Because today is a day my impeccable lingo candidly cleansed all my hate, jealousy, envy, all nullifying negativity, neutering immaturity, and all my self-embedded tormenting insecurities that aggravated me. The instant something in the outside world occurred that was outside of my comfort zone. And as soon as I realized this, well, as soon as my comfort zone activated the immaturity, the insecurity, the emotions and feelings, I went into safety zone. But my safety zone was everything I think and know, and that added to the turmoil. It's something I'm really awakened to in self-help, personal growth, self-improvement, therapy written books. All they want you to do is learn how to tolerate the torment of yourself. So I destroyed my windows of toleration to open up my trend-setting optimism of inside me am free. To feel the rich, entertaining way of life as I let go of being aggravated by my daily life. See, we think the world is out here coming in. No, the world's in here going out. And that's what my impeccable lingo does. It instigates my energizing prowess, appreciating today. Because today's the day I rise out of my self in individualized wizardry to set me free to enjoy today. Because all the torment of the outside world is in here. And once you can get to the tormenting the thinking memory mind, you're in a bind. So I learned to unbind the mind, to unwind the divine prime time, trend-setting imagination, mystically energizing my sovereign liberation, awaken me to my liberating lingo that colors my inner landscape. As my frequencies of freedom surround me with a vibrating vigor. So I'm always open to listening to the universe and all the people from my highest outcome that chauffeurs me down onto my beaches of bountiful bliss. You know, really opens me up to express my revelations, emotions, and my enterprising emotions freely and authentically. See, that's somebody says it's always authentic. It's never authentic till it comes from in here. And it doesn't have words from the outside world. Something I really have awakened to: self-help, personal growth, self-improvement, therapy written books. All they are is moving around your daily life and things that go on into it. But when you unleash that impeccable lingo, you start expressing to the world your dreams, your desired lifestyles, your outcomes, but it also opens you up with a willingness and a gutsiness to express it through other people's lives. You stop talking about gossiping about the outside world and start expressing your inner world of wisdom, optimism, realizing life dawns, enterprising wizardry to spawn your spiritual prowess, appreciating wisdom now. Something I really have expanded into, and my impeccable lingo does that, but you take think and know and stop using them and use listen, question, communicate. Start using words of the present moment, and you will rise out of being stuck in the muck of whatever else is going on. And then when I opened up to listen, it took me 66 years, but I did open up to listen. You listen with a liberating innovations, streaming trend-setting energy, start rising out of what you think and know. Think and know are the two most paralyzing words in the dictionary to me. Because once you start thinking and knowing, you're going into your comfort zone of whatever that is, the limitation, the camouflage, control, and what other people think you should know. It's one thing I do realize about the school system. It's everything somebody else thinks I should know and do. Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. It's how you liberate yourself from yourself. That's what this is all about. And one thing about it, when you open up to authentically express your dreams and desired lifestyle and your accomplished outcomes, you unrestrain the expressions of your liberating invitation, enhances the vibrancy and the depth of your inner landscape, innovating a rich tapestry of ideas, feelings that inspires and innovates you internally to rise, shine, and be of your own divine power and prowess. Something I did, and this is just something I did. I took the word power out of my life and used prowess because it's more about ability, agility, and audacity Power is kind of a straightforward, but prowess is kind of a funneling out of your inner energy. As your innovative empowerment embraces a poetic, liberating lingo, as you shine the rhymes of your sublime divine, dawns internal visionary innovations now expanding through life with ease. And it empowers your innovation and imagination. With innovation and imagination, you can rise out of anything. And see, I don't use shift, you drift and shift, you go sideways. But when you rise of innovation, you kind of rise and you can leave that on the ground down there and look down at it because you're rising into a comfort zone of zeal, optimism, naturally expanding through life. But as long as you're in the thinking memory mind, you're going to be in a bind of yesterday. And that's something I really opened up to. An innovative empowerment enables you to view your inner world through a lens of beauty, innovation, and the scenarios of your dreamer's lifestyle. It's about rising out of challenges as your challenges now become awakenings, opening your eyes to the opportunities, infusing your life with a meaning and purpose. And that is something that the Impeccable Lingo does. And the reason I use lingo instead of language, the subconscious mind can never latch on to anything with lingo. As soon as you start saying vocabulary or things like that, you kind of feel yourself start thinking about what's going on. But an impeccable lingo dissolves backbiting gossip within you and me. It's about having innovative communication. By expressing my impeccable lingo, choosing innovation and liberating lingo, I foster an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect for myself first, then to the world. See, everything you want out here occurs in here first. And I don't point up here. It's got to occur down here. You know, I did a seminar, hypnotherapy, and they said the mind follows, the body follows the mind. Body actually leads the mind when you start really realizing you liberate yourself here, then the rest can go forward. And an innovative listening communication discourages backbiting and negative gossip that sets forth a enterprising, constructive, uplifting conversations because you're listening for the wisdom of the other person to expand your life forward. That's the reason I took change, heal, create, transformation out of my life and used expand, energize, enterprise, and experience, because change, heal, create, transformation all have memories and emotions tied to your life. Your subconscious mind and all your inner landscape is more curious when you say expand, energize, enterprise, and experience. You know, when you're willing to experience the experiences that rise you out of your current situation, you shut off the thinking memory minds bitching about everything. And I could bitch good, trust me. In fact, I got the gold medal in bitching. But I give it back because it does me no good. But something that the Impeccable Lingo does, it individualizes your respect for your own abilities, agilities, and audacity, and innovates your integrity to rise, shine on your daily life. Freeing you from use. Something I realized, and I was, when I speak about it, I probably was good at it. But bitching and belly aching about your life, I did that a lot. And my life had nothing to do with it. Although all my life was trying to show me is my liberating events, encounters, and experiences, and events that would rise me out of my current situation, but I was too stubborn and hard-headed. to do it. 5 things that I now realize that caused me my most challenges in life: my egotistical arrogance, my ingrained parents' way of life, uh, know-it-all ignorance, stubbornness, and hard-headedness. If I could have just understood these 5 were my limitations, I'd have been on that liminal carpet glide at the age of 1. But that's not true. But I really embedded my parents' way of life, and like we come from a family that had some financial challenges. There was some alcoholism and stuff thrown in there. And one thing about alcoholism, and I don't know if I can only speak about, they are always feeling sorry for themselves. Somebody's better than you. Somebody's this, somebody's that. Next thing you know, you're involved in that mindset. And I was. That's what my impeccable lingo did for me. Because now I can color and design my life my way. And expressing an impeccable lingo of expand, energize, enterprise, experience, comprehend, listening, questioning, wisdom, and revelations, you liberate you from your own mind's binds in the smallness of life. The mind actually thinks small and has its calling. You're listening in your imagination and intuition. It colors the universe with your dreams. And then it brings back the breezes of abundance for you to enjoy your life. You know, when I understand now, and I wrote this, if I express and communicate with honesty and kindness, kindness is the most omnipotent, optimistic communication there is. Because kindness is unattached. You're going to be good to whatever it is. You're going to talk to them. But kindness is also the stalwart of your sovereign liberation. Because you can say things and you can respond and fawn and still express what you're feeling without getting into an argument. That's where my egotistical arrogance really got me in trouble. Because I was always right. Just ask my arrogance and my stubbornness. I was always right. Was the biggest lie I ever lived. The lie dies when you quit trying to be right and you listen to expand. And see, life is a liberating invitation, fostering emancipating events, encounters, and experiences for us to rise out of our current situation. You will rise out of your current situations by communicating with your daily life. And you will stop being a servant to your past when you listen and communicate with the here and now. See, that's something changed. I started in 1997, but all through to 2009, there was nothing occurring. It was just, I would go through the motions of change, but I never go through the liberation of expansion. Now that I start using expansion instead of the other stuff and expand, I understand. And see, that's a big one I've really left out. When you can understand where you're at, you'll expand out of where you're at. It's about understanding to expand is where the world really goes, and it'll promote harmonious and communicative interactions. And something I've noticed, and not everybody's noticed it, but this world can never communicate beyond the books and whatever system that's out there. Because I've been on this earth since 1955, and the world is still the same. We're trying to live in yesterday with yesterday's education. Education is always what other people want you to know. Wisdom, insight, clarity, listening is to hearken the now. Because your present events and encounters will awaken your enterprising wizardry to set you free from you. All this self-help, personal growth therapy, all you're really asking for is a pathway to liberate you from you. That's what it's all about, is you liberating you from you. And once I started using liberation over transformation, forgiveness, and all that, I started rising. And I started understanding my daily life is going to show me events and encounters that keep me locked and blocked. And yesterday, and another one was appreciation for forgiveness. Forgiveness never lets us out of the memory of the other person. But when you appreciate your abilities, agilities, and audacity to appreciate the situation and the person, you unknowingly forgive them because you're trusting your abilities and you're rising to your own adventurous ardor to soar out of that situation. And something else I really realized by my impeccable lingo is because an unsavory vocabulary become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because the pessimistic vocabulary shapes your mindset and expectations. And expectations have been a failure because they falsify everything. If you allow yourself to let go of expectation and appreciate the situation, you're going to rise to appreciate your outcomes. So whenever I use a negative language, I program my mind to anticipate negative outcomes, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy, thinking, well, I want this, so that's the way it's got to be. Well, once you set a goal or outcome in motion, everything between the time you set it to the time you manifest it is going to be all fresh foresight and a fresh flow of wisdom, insight, and clarity for you to manifest your moneyed up, accomplished outcome. Because we may have it this way, but something in the invisible universe may say, if they go over here, they're going to have a better outcome. And so the mystics, I call them my mischievous spirit. It likes to see when I set a goal or something to see, they want me to have to go over here. They want to see it. They're going to test me to be the best, but they're going to test me to see whether I get mad, throw a fit, and quit, or I smile and dial up the daring audacity, intuitive, liberating wisdom to be chauffeured through it. Something else I want to express to people. You always want to be chauffeured to the outcome. My wisdom, insight, and clarity chauffeurs me to my beaches of bountiful bliss. See how easy and how rewarding that feels? And everybody has a unique trend-setting talent that's never, ever been utilized because we've never been taught we're talented. We always are trying to think and know our way through stuff. And think and know bestows you in yesterday. But listening for the outcome opens unfathomable today, celebrating opulent, majestic energy, streaming of stunning success as you feel the sunshine of your divine prowess flow through you in a bold, bright way. And all negative words have a negative impact on relationships because constantly using a pessimistic language puts a strain on relationships and keeps that your anger right at the surface, but not yet going up there. And people, and you create an unwelcoming aura, but your people find it challenging to connect or support with you. But the connection of communication and listening opens your way to the promised land. And if you're speaking negativity and you have negative thoughts, you're manifesting unsavory encounters and experiences. And that's just what happens. But this is the one that I really wanted to get to. Why my impeccable lingo increases bottom line profits. Enhance client relationships. An impeccable lingo fosters clear and respectful communication building trust and rapport with clients. And a positive relationship or an innovative relationship leads to increased client satisfaction, loyalty, and ultimately resulting in repeat cash flow from people that want to be with you. And also, when you have a use your impeccable lingo, you have improved communication through your business office and out through the factory floor. But it creates a culture of clarity, respect, and innovation, because effective communication reduces misunderstanding and conflicts, enhancing teamwork and a high productive outcomes. And a collaborative environment drives efficiency, and people can laugh and have fun and enjoy life. And that's one thing about an impeccable lingo. It's going to allow you to have a communication of fun and energized wizardry for all. And I am Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity. And may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world. And thank you for being here. I enjoyed this. And it's about liberating the world from ourselves. Anyway, thank you and good night.